don't have enough batting wax to pad out my mannequin properly. I know, I'll just run up to Joann's. So it's officially been a year since Joann's has closed for good in May of 2025. And it's been a huge loss for those of us in smaller communities where it was the only place you could go and get quality craft supplies and fabrics all in one store. I mean, there's other stores like Walmart, but Walmart doesn't sell the quality of crafting supplies that I'm personally looking for. Yes, they do carry some beads and a really limited selection of fabrics, but they're not good. They're not good quality, and usually their fabric section doesn't even have the basic textiles to simply sew a shirt or pair of pants. And Hobby Lobby, they have a decent fabric selection with fabrics that actually are aimed at garment construction and not just costumes or quilting like other stores like Walmart. But because of their CEO and their business's morals and anti-gay agenda, I refuse to shop there. And I will not support such a business. But we're not here to get into the evils of these two oppressive and domineering entities, Walmart or Hobby Lobby. We're here to focus on our loss of Joann's. May she rest in peace. And I'm sure we all wish she was still here, but she's not. And frankly, it sucks having this huge void left. So today, I'm going to take you around Olympia, Washington as we go fabric shopping, and so we can explore what other small business fabric stores are in our area. Which, actually, there were quite a few more than I even knew about. So, since Joann's is no more, and her ex-husband, Michael's, hint hint, nudge nudge, there's some urban legends around that one, and their nasty divorce. In Olympia, Michael's, it still doesn't quite have the stock that they promised that they would take up after we lost Joann's. But, you know, it's still a great craft store that does a good job with the supply of what they do have, and I really do enjoy visiting it, especially with their star employee, Lore, who makes that place just absolutely incredible. We love Lore. And also, Michael's, they have most of what I need in a pinch. Not always what I'm looking for, but they get the job done. So, now, let's go around town and see what all is out there. You might be surprised. So, let's go fabric shopping around Olympia, Washington. The first stop in our Fabric Stores of Olympia tour is a small shop in Lacey, Washington, off of College Street called A Needle in Hand. It is a quaint little quilting shop with a large selection of quality quilting fabrics and notions. It also has a large space and a variety of quilting classes available for you to take. They even have a selection of remnants and different fabrics available, along with a large assortment of pre-cut back quarters for all of your quilting and fabric needs. Next, we head to Lost and Found Crafts, located in the Arc Plaza building off of Martin Way in Olympia. It is a small craft store that sells both secondhand and new sewing and craft supplies. Their fabric section is fairly limited, but they do have lots of fun scraps and remnants available at great prices, organized by colors, along with a expansive selection of pre-loved books looking for new homes, and many, many other items for all of your crafting and artistic desires and needs. This is a one-stop shop for almost anything you could need in Olympia. Our next stop on our Olympia Fabric Store tour is the Shiplap Quilt Shop. This is a very impressive quilt shop located in what appears to be an old auto garage off of Yelm Highway, just east of Olympia. They have a huge selection of quilting fabric of every color and pattern, along with notions and specialty quilt kits that you can only find at their store, many of which you can see hanging from the rafters of this location. Next, we are heading over to Sleater, Kinney to pop in on Joann's ex-husband, Michael. After now winning the divorce case, according to urban legend, Michael's is the prime crafting store of the Olympia area, with many items available for painting, soap making, beading, cake decorating, interior design, knitting and crochet. Michael's has now started carrying fabrics once again. Like their days of past, their selection is nowhere near what Joann's used to offer, but it has a little of everything that you could need. Primarily stocked with quilting cottons, they also have a decent selection of fabrics for clothing and costumes. I absolutely adore their bamboo jersey fabrics for making shirts, and love their large selection of by-the-yard trims they have available. Say hi to Natalie as she's shopping for some pink fringe to decorate her van with. With notions galore, Michael's may one day be our replacement for our long-lost love, Joann's. The last stop on our tour of fabric stores of Olympia is Lady Lynn's Natural Fiber Fabrics and Alterations. Located on Harrison Avenue in West Olympia, as stated in the name, Lady Lynn specializes in fabrics whose fibers are naturally occurring, with a lovely selection containing silks, wools, cottons, linens, and many more. Although these fabrics do range a little on the pricey side of things, this is the location to go if you are looking for those luxury fabrics in Olympia. Just keep in mind that they have limited business hours for when they are open, and all alterations and sewing repairs are done by appointment. Overall, this is my favorite fabric store in all of Olympia. There's my haul. So, yeah, we went to some fun places. We went to A Needle in Hand, the Shiplap Quilt Shop, Michael's, because, you know, who doesn't deserve a trip to Michael's? We went to Lady Lynn's Natural Fiber Fabrics, and to Lost and Found Crafts, which was one I didn't even know about, and it's freaking amazing. And, you know, since we're mourning the loss of Joann's, let's talk about what it's done to us. I mean, honestly, since we lost such a huge corporate fabric store because, unfortunately, they just ended up in a bad situation with the aim that they were taking their business. Yeah, now there's a huge shift to go to smaller independent fabric stores such as the ones around Olympia, and, you know, Amazon, at the same time we lost Joann's, closed down their huge online fabric store, so that was also a big loss. But there are other fabric stores online that we're finding out about. The bad part about those is you can't just go and touch the fabric and find what you're looking for. Sometimes you have to sit there and order samples, like swatches, just to see if it's exactly what you're looking for, to see how the color is. And then sometimes when you do order something, you don't get quite what you're looking for. The color might be wrong, the pattern might be too big or too small, or it just might not be the quality of fabric you're looking for. There's a huge demand still, And hopefully these small shops are going to be able to step up and fill this demand. Not everyone can do what I tend to do every year or two, which is, you know, make a nice long road trip to somewhere like Los Angeles or San Francisco where there are actual big fabric stores that have everything you need. I mean, Los Angeles has its own fabric district that is not quite as big as New York, but it still rivals it. I mean, Los Angeles is one of the 3 locations of Mood Fabric, and I freaking love it. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Mood ever since the first episode of Project Runway I saw. But I mean, I've been there now. But still, someday I plan on going to New York just to go fabric shopping. I mean, it's not like when you're bored and you just have nothing to do, and so you go shop at Joann's and touch all the fabrics. We don't have that now since we lost it. You can't just go buy the paint or the glitter or rhinestones or yarn or cake making supplies or soap making supplies or calligraphy and scrapbooking or flowers. I mean, excuse me, I'm choking. I need some wine. I'm too excited. There's still that huge hole in our heart. And unfortunately, in order to find the cotton batting that I was looking for my mannequin to start patting him out, I did end up having to go to Walmart and buy a huge queen size sheet of cotton batting. The cotton batting meant for quilting so I can make my mannequin match me this weekend. So, I mean, bitch got fat. But I'm getting off track here. What's available? It's really lacking now since Joann's is gone. But you know, there are those other stores still there. Yeah, some of them are a little more costly. Some of them have hours that are very limited. But you know, it's enough we can get by for now. Till next time, bye! Why? Okay, I'm done. Sheer silk. It's gonna become another scarf.